Hello everybody. As you know, WuWa 2.4 came out and I gotta say this is probably one of the best updates ever. This is how every single one of these videos starts. It's like praising WuWa for the first 13 seconds and then bashing in the rest, but we can't have anything good without something bad. And the bad is the performance. So if you remember, when I was recording my hour-long video in WuWa, I was mentioning how WuWa suddenly became a heavy game and it was lagging a bit. Now, mind you, for me, when I'm talking about lag is like dropping to like 60 FPS. I have a very strong computer, so obviously I won't really feel the impacts of like bad optimization too much. But it turns out that with 2.4, WuWa has gotten, well, really bad optimization. I saw a Reddit post with 1,700 likes talking about how the game is basically extremely heavy now. They were talking about crashes, about lagging, about things like that. Now, obviously, I'm gonna primarily speak for myself because I don't have friends who played this game. If I had friends, I would like ask them to like benchmark and see how much FPS they get and shit. But I don't. Nobody plays this game. I'm the only one in my friend group who's like the anime weeb gamer. And that's unfortunate because everybody clowns on me. But from my experience, I've been getting about 20 FPS lower on 1080p than I usually do. And around, I want to say, maybe 40 FPS lower at 4K. Now, obviously, this doesn't sound that bad. But just as a reminder, these are the specs I have. That's a bit killer. With that type of setup, I should not be dropping frames, period. Like, this isn't Cyberpunk. This is a gacha game. Look, the game looks stunning, but not 60 FPS type stunning. Some areas get like really, really bad frames, especially. What is it called? Septimont, the main city. That area is outrageously heavy, to say the least. Now, I believe this is primarily a CPU-based problem because the frame difference between 4K and 1080p for me is extremely small, if not negligible, which means it's probably a CPU bottleneck. The game has gotten way more CPU intensive, and I would say that that is kind of a problem because in general, most settings in video games are more focused on GPU optimization. Like if you lower the shadow quality or material quality, you're primarily taking the load off the GPU while the load on the CPU remains. Although it does help the CPU a little bit with like, you know, lower resolution textures take less space and all that stuff. But primarily you're taking off the load of the GPU with most of the settings. So realistically, tuning down all the settings won't actually help you in any way, which is not good. Even now that I'm recording and playing this, I am getting 70 FPS. Do I have ray tracing on? I have it off. I have ray tracing off. That's with ray tracing off. Like, that is not good. That is not good at all. Why can I not open this chest? What am I supposed to do? My 99 percentile dropped to 30 earlier. Now it's at like 58, but that's still not good. And this is 1080p. 1080p. Just as a reminder, during one of my videos, I recorded in 4K. I believe it was the Cardathea video where I fought the Fleur-de-Lis boss. That video I recorded in 4K, 120 FPS. Not 120 FPS, but the game was playing in 120 FPS. Now I'm at 1080p and I am at 80 FPS. I was dropping 60 in that area and I just felt a stutter all the way down to 22 FPS. And this is just playing the game. This isn't like doing anything crazy. Okay. Let's set it all to ultra. Let's set it everything to low, right? And bloom off, physics-based animation off, interactive environment off, wounded effect off. This should give me the most FPS. And I'm still at 80. Okay, never mind. I'm about at 115, 119, 90, 80. Yeah, I'm still at about the same frames, which kind of goes into what I was saying. It's primarily taking the load off the GPU. I don't think there's a big load on the GPU to begin with. I think it's a very big CPU load. My GPU is only at about 60% right now. If I go all the way into max settings without ray tracing, because ray tracing is like a maxer setting, my GPU is still at 67%, and I'm still at about the same frames. So this is primarily a CPU related issue. I can't exactly tell why Wuthering Waves has gotten this heavy. Obviously, I'm not a coder. I can't go and look into the code and figure stuff out. And frankly, I don't think I could because I don't think Wuthering Waves is open sourced. Hopefully the devs will fix this, but they need to start rolling out patches now because this is bad. This is not good. And this has gotten only worse because back when I was recording that video, I was still at about 100 FPS. Today I log in, it's even worse. Like I start recording this video, now I'm at 70. And my 1% lows are really bad, like 30 FPS, 46 FPS. There was a drop 22 FPS earlier on. This is not good. This is no bien. Like I'm lucky to have a god computer, right? But before this, I used to play on a shitty laptop. And I understand the pain of anybody who has to do that. I will always be an advocate for give as much FPS as possible, and the rest is second. Like, make your game runnable, then make it pretty. What the hell is this? So yeah, hopefully WuWa gets this fixed and fixed fast, because this is probably unplayable for some people. I'm sure there are a lot of people right now on laptops who are barely running the game. Please do let me know if you've experienced such issues. I would be interested to read your like performance. Maybe some of you don't have these. Oh god. Maybe some of you don't have these performance issues. And in that case, that'd be interesting to see what's different with you. Anyways, I don't know how to make an outro. The blessed moon!